Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Building the Brand Week, day number 3. And today's key topic is brand positioning. So I'm going to write a quick message to everyone on a chat box, and then I will let everyone introduce themselves. I see there's about 6 participants already. I'm just going to wait until everyone comes through. And thank you so much for registering for this webinar and for joining me. It really shows that you want to build your brands, you want to drive your growth, whether it's career growth or business growth or a mission or an organization that you run that you want to amplify its impact in the market. So I'm going to just do a quick greeting on the chat box so everyone can see where the chat box is. Welcome to the Build Your Brand Week 2. No, Build Your Brand is day 3. And we're focusing on brand positioning for those who probably didn't get it as part of building your strategy for your brand. Okay, I think I got that right. I've pinned it up. So as you come in, please won't you just type where you logging in from or where you connecting from. So Durban, Joburg, PE, Cape Town, and just so that everybody can kind of see who's in the room. I'm just buying 5 minutes to make sure that all the participants are in. And before we start formally the masterclass, hi Zama from Centurion, I see you. Welcome. And I see Ratiba Mohale from Durban. Hi, Ratiba. And I'm hoping that everyone can see. The numbers are increasing by a minute. And hi, everyone. It's Ntabi Singh from Cape Town. Hi, Ntabi Singh. And if you want to introduce your business, you can as well. Like Ntabi Singh runs Manana Collections. So it's affordable yet highly stylish fashion items, from bags to shoes to clothes. I'm giving you a bit of intro here, Manana, but you can do your thing. And I see Nonkululego, good afternoon. We are joining from Durban, Nonku and Malungelo. I'm very excited. I see you obviously even like stretch the added value. Nonku and Malungelo said, we will share a screen. So we'll sign up as one person. So, and I said, it's cool because this is all about adding value. I'm really cool about that. Hi, Kanyisa, where are you from? Kanyisa Pika. And I see Amanda Mashloli. Hi, ladies. Amanda here from Joburg. Ndombama, hi, boss ladies. Ndombama from Joburg. Let me know if you, Nomalanga did say Durban Poppins Nanny Services. I love your services. And I see you might be first in the line when we are opening up from lockdown, because nurseries and nanny services will be required as mothers go back to work. So introduce your businesses, guys. We run Siping Label Consulting, CI, Quality and Food Safety Consulting. Oh, that's valuable. You probably like an essential service. I'm surprised you can join me. For factory safety and all of that, so probably much required service right now during COVID-19 pandemic. So I'm going to start by sharing a screen. I think I've shown my face long enough for everyone to see what I look like. I'm going to open that screen for our webinar to kick off. My face is still going to show on the top corner there, and I'm just waiting for everyone to join, and we're going to kick off. So for those who also caught this, maybe halfway through this week, I've decided to create an entire week of brand building strategies. And Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday are on Instagram Live, Bloom Inside Out Instagram page. So at 4 o'clock, same time as today, tomorrow, we are hosting a LinkedIn specialist who will actually help you, whether you're driving a career or a business. It's the best platform to be in so that you can put your business in front of almost 8 million professionals in South Africa. And those are the people who are not just clicking for the sake of clicking. Those are people you can pitch to. Those are people you can inbox your profile, your portfolio to, and really establish real deals. So what I didn't want to do is quickly convert the building of your brand to rands and cents, but in essence, this is the strategy that makes you money. And LinkedIn is where the money is at, with 8 million professionals that are decision makers in huge businesses in South Africa. So you do want to be there. It's no brainer. And today we're going to obviously focus on how do you engage them in a way that differentiates you, in a way that sets you apart, in a way that hooks them as well. So you don't have to work hard if you have worked on your brand positioning and you've crafted your brand messaging for all your social media, for your website, for your pitch deck and your proposals. So I'm hoping that you will use this information, so valuable, guys, in driving your business forward. I'm going to quickly introduce myself, but before I do that, I want to also mention that I run this brand positioning as a workshop for corporates like Unilever brands, for corporates like Tiger brands, where we actually look at a brand strategy holistically. And that value is close to 25,000 Rand when we bill for brand positioning workshop. I've decided to offer it as a value add during this time so that small businesses, career women can also use it to drive their own growth and open up their own opportunities during this lockdown. So I hope you do realize this is the greatest jackpot, because I don't know if I will ever offer this at 100 Rands per person. So big up to you for taking it up, and I wish you all the best in your journey for driving your business and your brand building. And if you want to do that with me and my company, you can just inbox me after this and we can manage how to do that with you, either through coaching or through our marketing agency. I think there's someone from Pretoria. Lebohang, welcome. We did the Purpose Masterclass with Lebohang. We did the Vision Masterclass with Lebohang. And on Monday and Tuesday on Instagram, we did a live with live examples of how does your vision convert into a brand and anchors your brand to be a differentiated and purposeful as well. So yesterday we ran a Purpose Masterclass with an amazing platform that has been built between Durban and Joburg, Beauty Revolution. And really it hinges on their purpose to beautify, to humanize beauty and fight the stereotypes that are in beauty. And they've built an incredible community of 21,000 people, and they had 6,000 people attending their festival. If you haven't seen it, it's still live on Instagram. I don't know if it will still be live by the time we finish the session. So you can just try, but I don't promise that it will still be there. So I'm going to record this also on a camera so that I can share with those that are coaching with me that couldn't obviously attend the session today. My name is Nox. Noktula is my full name. A lot of people prefer to just shorten it and call me Nox. Nox Makwaza. On Instagram, you can follow me at Nox Bloom. I prefer to be followed at Bloom Inside Out and Bloom Marketing, where I engage on a business and professional level. And then I am I'm the founder and the MD of Bloom Marketing, an integrated marketing agency that has been in South Africa, but operated outside of the borders of South Africa for the past 16 years. Been really grateful, and I sometimes pinch myself because I quit my career in Unilever, where I worked for a big corporate company, and I decided to follow my passion, which was in essence me leading into discovering my purpose. And I build my business around that purpose of nurturing growth, and I nurture brand growth from personal growth, personal brands, business brands, and consumer brands. So this is how I then founded Bloom Inside Out, which is a purpose-driven also platform for women, particularly around gender equality and getting women to be involved in the economy and actively in the economy. So whether you are transitioning from 9 to 5 to starting a business, or you already are in business, looking to grow your business, coaching and Bloom Inside Out is for you. And if you are a big corporate person and you've got a bigger brand and you are looking to continue to inspire the growth of that brand, you can engage with us on the Bloom marketing side. So Bloom Inside Out is owned by Bloom Infinite, which is a digital agency we founded 5 years ago. Just on the rise of the integrated and digital space and online, we realized that our clients will need to transition. So we currently hold hands with a lot of clients crossing over to the digital side and online side of business. So that's enough about me. I'm married, I've got 2 children, I love running, and this is my passion work. I love nurturing growth, and I love impacting others positively so that they can too prosper. The foundation and the purpose statement for Bloom Inside Out is you are born to bloom, and I believe everyone is born to bloom. And our tagline is unlock your power to prosper. And our tagline is really our positioning, right? So I'm looking forward to make sure that you can also pitch your business in 2 minutes and really capture the hearts and the emotions of those that are your audience in what you're doing. So let's go. I see we've got more people that joined us. If you've joined us, I'm from Joburg, Kanisa, looking to drive personal branding and business branding. Valhari Design, I hope I pronounced that well, provides lifestyle celebrations. Fantastic, Kanisa. And for those who haven't introduced themselves, just tell us where you're from, what is the name of your business, and which brand you are trying to build, personal brand or a corporate brand. Hi everyone, Noni here, owner of Baker X. We are ready to wear timeless elegance, women's brand, ready to wear brands. Love it. So let's get started. Cool. Great. So I'm going to put this down. You can shoot with your questions. I will attend to the questions. You can also ask the questions on the specific platform here that is Q&A. You can also ask on the chat side of things. I see somebody's introduced themselves on the chat side quickly as I'm about to start. Hi everyone, it's Tidi and Willie from Pretoria on the medical side of life and business, dentist and anesthetic, right? Can never pronounce those words, even though I did microbiology and biochemistry myself. So welcome guys from Pretoria, right? I am getting ready to start my masterclass. Please ask Sissy to help you.
No, it's because
okay,
it's
I've got to pause. I've got to pause the session, guys.
Mute.
Okay, unmute, start the video. I profusely apologize, guys. This is part of working from home and having family around you who just think they can budge into the office anytime. And I thought we had a deal here that my son will continue to do his schoolwork while I do the masterclass. But no, I need help, Mom. So personal and business branding myths that I'd like to remove from this process immediately. I'd like us to start with what a lot of people believe around personal branding, business branding, and consumer branding. I mean, I think it's easier to see on consumer brands that once you have a brand for Coca-Cola, like you've got a logo for Coca-Cola, they just don't stop there. That I've got a Coke and everyone knows it's red and white and it's in a clear bottle that is specially molded and the drink inside is black. And that's it. They don't stop there. They've gone on to engage you in their business and in their brand communication. So people think that branding is all about a once-off and it's one thing that you do is just about a logo. There's a lot of companies out there that are offering, let me create a logo for you. You're going to sit with that logo, collecting dust with the logo because you don't have communication messaging, you don't have a strategy, you don't even understand your purpose around your brand, and that logo will just collect dust and you've paid for it and you are not earning any income from it. A lot of people also think that when you create a personal brand, it's about PR spin, or when you're looking to drive your own growth in your business in terms of your business brand, they think it's just about publicity only. Publicity amplified, which is marketing activity, will result in your revenue and your bottom line also increasing. So PR for the sake of PR is not good enough, and spinning has never been sustainable. Some people also think that branding is for extroverts, people who are not shy, people who are confident and have good self-esteem, and they can speak about anything in front of anyone. And I always say it's not true, because the introverts need it the most. Your brand precedes you. Your brand goes before you. So before you even engaged me for consulting, before you even booked this session, someone said something about me, someone said something about Knox and Bloom Inside Out. And that is a brand already speaking for me on my behalf before you even met me or even heard what I have to offer in terms of marketing consultation or brand building consultation. So the question you ask here is, what is your brand currently saying? What are people saying about you before they even meet you in person? And in the days of digital and online and social media, what happens is people are being presented in a very negative way out there because others are speaking on their behalf for them. The best way to do is what you are doing today. Take the control and generate the content, generate the messaging that you want to be known for. Engage your audience and engage other people on what you are here to add as value, not allow people to create stories on your behalf. And others that are employed will say, but what if I build my personal brand and it clashes with my corporate brand? I say that's a very short-sighted and a limited view to it. To actually give you an example, last year I was booked by NPC Cement. I was booked by a huge organization that does PAs and administrators for the top 100 corporates in South Africa. So imagine PA for a Discovery Health CEO, a PA for a CEO of Nedbank. So those are the kind of caliber of administrators, and not just junior administrators who are just typing. They manage logistics of travel, local, international. They manage diaries. They know what is important and not important in a CEO's. So they like the neck. I always say they like the neck and the CEO is the head, right? And then if you look at what NPC and this organization done, they realize that it's also important to have a good image of the PA that engages with the people on the front line. So think about it. The first person that picks up the phone in your office, the first person that responds on an email of another CEO that wants a meeting with you. You want to make sure that that individual is confident, is purpose-driven, is clear on the company vision, understand what the company is about, and understand the key messages of this company. You want to make sure that when they speak to other people, on behalf of you and on behalf of the company, they are clear what the company's mission is about. So you don't want to lose business or lose deals because the person you've placed in your reception area cannot answer the phone with a smile. You know, you've heard that people, when they answer the phone without a smile, Blue Marketing, how can I help you? She's angry. Blue Marketing, how can I help you? It completely changes perspective. It completely changes the nature of the engagement with the person that answers the phone. So corporates have understood as well that they actually take their employees for personal branding as part of their personal development and leadership development in the business, so they can speak in a very in-depth, in a very confident way about the company that doesn't damage the business on social media or anywhere else where they're engaging with other people. A lie to think that personal branding or building your brand is about celebrities or only people who are in film or only people who are in sports or Miss South Africa and Miss Universe, Mrs. South Africa needs personal branding. No, every single person who has a purpose in life, who has a key message they want to deliver, who want to impact other people positively needs a brand. Why? Because it's easy to consume a brand, because a brand has a promise that is consistent and you can trust a brand as opposed to just a mere individual that just goes by my name. And you can still build your name to have good quality brand equity and credibility, like Bonang, right? Bonang, people know that she delivers when she's given a script, that if she's going to be an MC for your event, she will carry that event with the same level of what you believed that event will be in terms of professionalism, in terms of expressing herself, in terms of understanding what your mission, your purpose, and even the objective of that conference is. She gets it, right? Similarly, facilitators, they get it at these big conferences, whether it's Forbes Women Conference, you've got amazing facilitators there, like the Miss Mfupi. She's amazing, right? So you want it, even if you are not a celebrity, because how will they know you? Are you top of mind for people who want to procure your services, who want to employ you? How will they know you if you don't share your messaging and your story out there? And then we also then believe this lie that thinks the offline and an online brand is different. Total myth, that you think that people are not going to catch on you. So you present this image on social media, but when I meet you in person, it's like, I didn't even recognize you. And you present this image that you are for people, you are supportive, you are inspiring, and all of those, you write all of these quotes on Twitter and Instagram. When we meet you and we invite you at an event, you don't even leave us feeling inspired. So you're not living the brand. You are not being truthful to what you said out there is your brand positioning and your brand promise. Some will think it's exhausting as well. I always say, if you think it's exhausting and you think you don't have time to build your brand, you might as well think that breathing is exhausting and it's a waste of time. So if you live a life that you want to be impactful and to be meaningful, to impact a lot more people out there, to grow your career from a junior to a CEO or COO of a bank, you want to make time, and you will not find it exhausting because you are driving it on a purpose that you know you are here for. So let's start. In putting your brand story together, it is about putting your brand story together is about understanding who you are. Who are you? And really, brand building is about telling the world who you are, what you came here for, and what you're here to impact the world with. So like, you know, when Beyonce says, I was here, and I mean, she must have thought, I want the entire 8 billion people in the world to listen and know who I am. And I want my gift to be delivered there in a positive way that makes people dance like nobody cares, like there's no tomorrow, dance as if nobody's watching them, and feel uplifted and excited about life, right? So everybody has got their own purpose. They've got their own unique purpose to the fingerprint of your ID, right? Like you're literally, no one has your fingerprint. You are unique and your purpose is unique. If you start there and who you are, be intentional about who you are, be unapologetic about who you are, confidently speak out there that I'm here to unlock the purpose, unlock the power and the potential of women to prosper in this world. No one is going to say, no, you're wrong. Your purpose is wrong. Own your purpose. So do start with self-discovery. So personal branding, just like business branding, you've got to understand, discover what is this business about. Take time to delve in and say, what am I offering out there? Who am I offering to? Why am I offering it? How am I going to offer it? Where do I offer it? Am I a digital company only? Am I a digital plus offline company? Am I a company that is just localized to Durban? I'm an international company like a Unilever. Understand what makes you who you are and understand what sets you apart, which I will take you through later on. So being yourself is in essence your power. You cannot build anything that is worthwhile, that is impactful, that is sustainable without a sense of who you are. And you've heard this. It is all about self-mastery. Personal and self-mastery is the key to unlock the power in this life. So the key to prosperity, your key to success starts with your self-discovery. We've gone through self-discovery at length at our Purpose Masterclass. And if you're looking for a self-discovery template, I can also offer that to you. It's available on our website. You just need to inbox me and I'll send it to you. So what's in it for you when you build your brand? You build your business brand, you build your consumer brand, and you build your personal brand. I say this brand building exercise, it's a must-have skill if you want to really drive success, whether it's personal success or business success. That is what the promise is for you by building your brand. So starting point is know your true self. It will boost also your confidence, right? It will increase your opportunities, because when you post with an intention that wants to land a purpose-driven message on Instagram, people will latch onto that and go, I have to follow this woman. I'm sure there's something I can learn here, right? It increases the opportunity for you to do business with the people you've already connected with, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, or through your website. When somebody reads your website, do they get what you're about? So it is about developing leadership as well. It's about taking ownership of saying, this is the vision that I have for this company, and I'm going to take it step by step to get to this vision. And this is the vision I have for myself as an individual. And I'm going to do everything to shift myself closer to the leader that I want to be in life. So it's about creating your dream life. It's about creating your dream business. It's about creating the dream product that people just say, oh, I love the way my hair smells. The products that are being made, they are organic. They've got avocado. They smell like vanilla. It's as if I can eat my moisturizer for my hair. And you can see the uptrend on organic products, chemical products that are not chemically damaging or toxic to ourselves. So think about why you want to do what you want to do. Why are you building this brand? So an example of a local personal brand who's gone international because she built her brand. Now you may say to me, but Knox, I don't think she followed the steps and the processes that you've actually created here. I will show you how she did. This lady quit her own degree. Okay, I'm talking about Nomzamo, those who are not obviously seeing my screen. Nomzamo Mbata, Forbes Africa under 30 to look up to and to look out for. This was said 3-4 years ago when she quit her degree in Cape Town because she had a burning passion to pursue acting. So when they were calling for auditions, she moved from Cape Town to Joburg, auditioned, got rejected, didn't give up. Auditioned, I think, again, and she made her break on TV, right? And South Africa was like, what a beautiful princess she is, right? In that success, then when it was time for South Africa, in fact, it was Durban Tourism who said, we are loving the mission, the drive, the whole momentum of Essence in America. And America was a sister city to Durban. And they said, we want Essence to be launched in South Africa, but it must start in Durban. And then who's going to be the representative that we send as an ambassador of Durban KZN, a Zulu princess, who we can take to the US, and she can tell everybody about the beauty of South Africa, the beauty of Africa and KZN, right? Nomzamo was on stage at the Essence Festival. And this is the kind of festival where you want to take your girls and go to in America. It just gives me goosebumps when I think about it. There's been even a movie about it, right? Where you want to just like understand the beauty, the pride of being Black in America. And they wanted to borrow that feeling of take pride in who you are, take pride in your culture, take pride in, your ethnicity. And Nomzamo killed that. And then the world saw her, right? From acting to Essence Festival. BET Africa, we're like, girl, come through. We want you to be our presenter. We want you to headline this. And every other brand from there literally was latching on. Audi wanted to drive her. Puma still, and Audi still drives her in South Africa. Puma still gives her clothes, free clothes. A lot of people think, I'm going to drive my personal brand as an influencer so I can get free stuff, goodies. Of course, they come, right? It's all the benefits of building your brand. But she wasn't doing it just to get these things for free. She's actually like inspiring their volumes. She's inspiring their growth, their bottom line. I mean, if you look at Neutrogena, I mean, already now at lockdown, she's been doing Neutrogena in the house, as in take care of yourself and your skin while you're on lockdown. They're going to be getting the sales. People are going to be out there, essential services, grocery shopping, get my Neutrogena mask and my Neutrogena face wash. I mean, I need to take care of my skin, right? So this girl is killing it. This brand literally was evolving at the back end of another success. So your quality and your excellence is actually your brand positioning too. But now known for excellence in her presentation. This lady now didn't stop there. Nomzamo said, I want to do good for my people. I want to be the voice of those who don't have a voice. And you saw her, right? UN, human rights, humanitarian. You saw her for global citizenship. You saw her for L'Oreal, Verve. She celebrates life. Why wouldn't you celebrate all the successes that she's enjoyed through her brand? So not only a personal brand, she founded a foundation. Now she's got a business brand, Nomzamo Foundation. And then who a lot of people have just said, we'll give you the money that you can release through your foundation. She probably approached them with a proposal. And they were like, Hell yes, we will partner with you. And we saw like the bet company, Hollywood Bets, they released 500,000 of bursaries through Nomzamo's foundation. And obviously she probably charges handling fees, charging distribution fees to distribute to these girls, but she's also an inspiration. And if I have a brand that inspires and want to actually give R1 million, I will use her, because why not? Youth, women, it's all the priority groups that are getting to be impacted and inspired by her. I'm going to move on. And you've heard, right? She's about to release the Coming to America 2. So guys, your brand, I can't nail it, I can't emphasize it anymore, that it will open up opportunities. And at the back of every success that you make through this brand for your business, you're going to get more businesses. You're going to get other clients referring you to other clients as well. And that's how we say building your brand is the one thing that you must have to unlock your growth, your prosperity, your bottom line, secure the bag, build your brand. All right, great. So I'm going to move on. It will also unleash your power. We talked about your personal discovery unlocks your personal power. It will increase your value. It will give you a way where you package and brand your value. So the question you ask yourself is, what have I got to offer in this world that the world needs? And they'll pay for it, right? And that's your value add in this world. How am I going to package that and offer it in a way that is easy for them to pick it up on shelf as if it was just a glass of milk, or sorry, not a glass of milk you can't sell, like a Coca-Cola can, right? Or a L'Oreal product, or a car, like a Volvo car that says, we're giving you the value of safety is what we are giving you. And you say, what is the best way to offer the world safety? I mean, look at Elon Musk, and how she's created a company for sustainable transporting, right, with Tesla cars. And she's moved on to say it's not just about tech and sustainability and transport, it's tech, sustainability, and energy now. She's created a Tesla batteries that are used to harvest energy from solar, used to harvest energy from renewable energies into your home. So they're looking at a sustainable home and living through technology. And that's Tesla's value offering, Tesla's positioning, and that's the promise you will get, sustainable life through Tesla, right? While you're riding the power of technology. Cut through clutter. Guys, I've said this when I was advertising this webinar. There's so much sameness out there. People had for a long time done a copy-paste, hair salon, copy-paste, car wash, copy-paste. It's notorious in our townships. You're not going to thrive with such a, in the sea of sameness. You need to make sure that you cut through the clutter. You need to differentiate yourself. You need to elevate above the competition. Say I'm different, say I'm better, say I can offer a lot more value, right? So it's about reinventing yourself. It's about saying, how do I evolve to the next level of who I am right now, that I am better tomorrow? It is through your branding as well. Differentiate yourself. And I say your brand is something that you can pass on to your next generation. So it is a place and a platform where you can actually create a legacy through your brand, and it can outlive you. It can then be passed on to next generations for you. I've just put a few examples of personal brands that are here. So Mizi could be being here as well. There's guys obviously in the audience. Oprah, an amazing, powerful brand that didn't just stop there. Build a business brand with Harpo, build a business brand beyond Harpo to other. The lady at the bottom, she runs, I think, need to remember now, a newspaper company though in the US, and she released a book at the back end of that success, right? And she released a book that was about valuing sleep and relaxation and taking time to be able to center yourself, taking time to know who you are. And she just spoke about the revolution of sleep. Like, it's called Sleep Revolution. If you don't know this book, get it, guys. It will change your lives, because we do what we do. We pursue our dreams and our goals, but it's very important that we do rest. It's very important that we get in touch with who we are. It's very important that we fill our cups, which is what you're doing probably today as well. And it's important to just keep developing yourself, but take time to rest, guys. I don't have to introduce Bonang and Mrs. Obama. You know, this was a powerful brand behind the brand we know, right? Obama. And she waited. I love how she just waited for time. Timing is everything in building your brand as well. Timing is important because she waited for her husband to finish term. And when the husband had finished the term, she then released the book on becoming herself, right? On the becoming. And this is probably where we get to see the power that was behind the powerful brand and the powerful president we got to know through Obama in the world. So these are some of the examples of personal brands. You, Ariana Huffington, that's right. Why was I not thinking? I love it. You guys are engaged. Thank you. Amanda, I'm loving you. So she runs Huffington Post, and it's a very like powerful publication and newspaper and online news and everything. And at the backdrop of that, she wasn't resting, she wasn't sleeping, she was chasing deadlines, and she passed out in the middle of her office, knocked her head on the corner of the table. By grace of God, she didn't die. When she got that second chance in life, she decided to write about it and wake everyone else to how powerful it is. Thanks. How powerful it is. Can you try in the kitchen there? How powerful it is to make sure that you rest and you recover your energy and your strength. And we'll talk about that. We talked about it in the Vision Board Masterclass because it's important to sustain your vision. You cannot drive a vision and live your purpose with a body that is about to crash. Let's move on. So the first thing that you need to also have clarity on, and on Tuesday, yesterday, we ran a purpose, brand purpose space. To build your brand, you need clarity of your purpose, your big compelling why. Why are you running this business? Why do you want to build your brand? Why are you establishing this product? Why are you manufacturing these products? What is the purpose behind it, right? Our purpose at Bloom Inside Out is this: to remind everyone that everyone is born to bloom. So we want to inspire everyone to tap into their inner power, to unlock their latent potential, to unlock their power, to then prosper and be prosperous in life and everything that you do. So we believe everyone is born for a purpose. We believe everyone is born to be significant. We believe we are all born to prosper and multiply. It is based on Genesis 1, verse 27 to 28, where God said, I will make them in my image, and I will bless them, and I will bless them that they must multiply and have dominion on earth, above earth, and below earth. So you are born to dent this world. In not living your purpose, in not building this brand that is a platform for you to impact the world positively, you are shortchanging the one who created you. You are shortchanging yourself and those who stand to benefit from you building this brand and offering this value that you want to offer in this world. So make this world a better place through your purpose. So it will also unlock your inner power. And I thought, just as a value add, I'm going to quickly run through what I do as lives, as blogs, as what I do when I also speak out there on how do you unlock your inner power. It starts with you yielding into your dreams and your desires, right? And I'm going to run through it faster so that we get to the brand positioning. But the thing is, you cannot build a brand when you're not clear on your purpose and you're not clear on your vision. Those are essential to start with. So the starting point is, what have you always dreamt of and what do you desire right now? So if you don't have a clarity on what you build your brand around, this is the good starting point. Yield to your dreams, yield to your desires, take time to put them down and get someone who can help you with the ideation around your dreams and your desires. And I'm lifting my hand, I'm saying, I'm leaning forward and I'm saying, I'm here to help you with that. Get your mindset right. So this is about going over the ego, the personal ego that says, what are they going to think about what I'm starting? What will they say about me? Do not worry about the they. Let them Joneses worry about themselves. Worry about you going through life and not living the purpose that God put within you. And this is the starting point. Make sure that you think the positive thoughts. Ensure that your mindset is one that is elevated, that is noble, that is positive all the time. And that is the only way you can sustain your inner power. Also, unlocking your inner power hinges a lot on decisions and choices that you make. Making a decision is a commitment. And you know, the one thing that commits you more than anything is making decision that hinges around your purpose, because you are here for that. This is the reason why you exist. So why would you give up on yourself and give up on your entire life because you're worried about what they're going to say? It will also help you Your purpose will help to focus you and give you perseverance. They say, remember the reason why. I'll tell you how I understood this so well. When I ran ultra marathon in Cape Town, 2 Oceans, 56 kilometers. So I'd been running 21 kilometer half marathons, full marathons, 42 kilometers. I was okay. But even with 42 kilometers at 35 Ks, the race and your legs and your body will ask you, why did you start this race? Why are you even running, Knox? Like, you could just give up here, Knox, and just go home. And I'm like talking to myself, no, I'm not a quitter. I'm not going to start and not finish. I'm a finisher, you know? And I'm like, no, but I know that my mind can listen and my body can listen to my mind. So I'm going to tell my mind, this is what I want. I want a healthy life. I want to prove to myself that I can do this, that I have the can-do mindset and the power and the strength. So your body will ask you, just like life will ask you, and the business challenges will ask you in the middle of everything that you're doing, why did you start the business? And if you're not clear on your purpose, you might just quit. So we're not here to build brands that we're going to give up on. We're not here to give up on our purpose, guys. So hinge everything on your purpose and unlock that inner power and strength to drive your businesses and your lives. So the best way to connect with, to also unlock your power, is to connect with yourself. So find tools, which I've shared in the Purpose Masterclass. Find tools that help you connect with yourself. Prayer, meditation, me time, self-care, self-love, whatever you want to call it. The things that just makes you get inside your head and get inside your heart and get into your soul and say, remember Knox, love Knox, honor Knox's purpose, and do every day something that takes Knox to the next level in unlocking her powerful purpose and powerful potential in this world. Why? Because I want to make an impact. Why? Because I don't want to exist for mere sake of existing and just breathe. Why? Because God had this purpose for me and I want to honor him and I want to be obedient to make sure that I impact people's lives positively. Connect with yourself. Have these inner conversations. Connect with the source of your purpose, which is God, your creator. How you do that, you can decide. The spirituality world is vast. You can do it through Christianity, you can do it through Buddhism, you can do it through yoga, however practice you want to have. I'm not prescribing, I'm saying just take time to connect. So disconnecting from social media so that you can connect with your inner being. Disconnect from other people, find solitude in your own space and be present with God. And then do things like we are doing now. Connect with others on social media, connect with others post-COVID, socially, connect with other women in business, connect with other doctors, connect with people and learn from each other, connect on LinkedIn while you're on lockdown. That's going to be the most valuable connections. Chat to people as if you are seeing them face to face. Don't use social media as like a facade or like a thing to just hide yourself from others. Speak to people what's in your mind, speak to people what's in your heart, be truthful, be authentic, be unapologetic about who you are. And that's my bit on unlocking your power. All right, so the 3 P's of building your brand. I love this part, we are getting into it. So the 3 P's of building your brand are simple. This is how I love to create content for those who are not marketeers. I know I've got doctors here, I've got dentists here, I've got quality assurance people who've never done marketing 101, and a greater part of you are not in marketing. And I don't want to take you to school and university in formal education. This is the best way I can deliver this powerful strategic way of driving growth in a way that you can understand it. So I always create it such that it's easy to remember. We're going to package all that you're about. We're going to put you in a nice packaging. Where's my bottle? Now I don't have a bottle. So I'm going to package it. You know, you can package yourself into a book. Sorry guys, I'm reaching out for my books behind me here. Cool. You're going to package yourself into a book, right? Everything that you're about, everything that you've learned, everything that you want to achieve, everything that you know as strategies for growing your business. This guy runs an agency. I run an agency, and I was very, very curious to understand how he got it right? This is Pepe Marias. So you can brand yourself. You can package yourself. Quiet, Jaden. You can package yourself in a way that actually offers people what you know, remember? So that those who need it can get it. So what does the world need, and what you're good at, what you've been excelling in, and package that. Second P of 3 Ps of building your brand is position yourself. How are you going to position yourself, which is what we're about to work on now, that when they think about a dentist, they think about confident smile. Ha! Doc, can you see I can remember your company name? We need to register that business name, right, by the way, and protect your intellectual property. Do they think about your name when they want to employ someone who's good in marketing? Do they think about your company when they want to employ someone who's going to do quality assurance in their factories? Do they think about you, or do they think about the top three? How do you step it up? You're going to position yourself, differentiate yourself, and you're going to make sure that you're better than the rest. Third P, once you've done the packaging, you need to launch it out. You need to profile yourself. You need to tell the world about your brand. You don't want to be a brand that launches at Spa, and then you don't do a profiling and promotion about your brand and it collects dust and they say, thank you, but it didn't sell, discontinued, off shelf. You don't want to do that, right? So this is it. Don't collect dust with all the qualities, with all the skills, with all the gifts that God has given you. And you just sit there and you go, I'm not going to tell them. So let's start with packaging. Packaging. So guys, hit me with your questions. I'm going to check. I see I have one question. How can I simultaneously build my corporate career brand and my business brand, which are unrelated? Goal is to reach the top of both levels. I love it. I will talk to you about it a little bit after this. And let me see if there's been any other comments. So guys, don't forget to keep those questions flowing. For every section that I'm doing, you can ask a question and we can attend to it at the end of everything, right? Cool. Right, so who are you is the first thing you're going to put in your packaging. Personality, how you do it. I will not try to be anyone else when I build my brand. I'm myself. I get excited. When I get excited, I speak fast. When I get excited, my voice pitches higher. I have to remind myself and go, okay, let's talk about your qualities and your attributes, right? Let's talk about your strengths and your gifts. But that's not who I am. I'm very excitable. I'm very bubbly. That's why I probably love champagne. I'm just like that kind of person who just, you know, even when I don't see you guys face to face, I know you're there. And for me, it's not even something I have to put on. It's just who I am. Constantly positive, constantly vibey, constantly just full of energy. And when I'm tired and I'm hungry, I get hangry. I do get hangry, guys. So I don't want to lie that it's always up there. I get moments where I go, I'm going to sleep, or I'm hungry now. Can I please eat? So understand yourself. Personal, remember we said self-discovery is key. What are your personalities? Are you a fun, bubbly person? Are you a more like, I don't know, a brainer, inquisitive, ask a lot of questions? Are you a calm? My husband is very calm, guys. Calm, collected, always. I don't know how he does it. I think it was like God's way of just like yin yang. He balances me proper. I'll come in like, ah! And he'd be like, why do we have to scream? Tell me about it. I'm like, but I've got to tell you about it. And he's like, but I can hear you. I cannot contain my excitement. So when I'm excited, I'm excited. But there's people who just are calm, collected, and always just woosa. What are your qualities? What are your attributes? You can screenshot these slides, guys, because what I do, I don't send slides out. It's my intellectual property. I can send the video out to you and you can listen to it, but I don't send slides out. So you can screenshot the ones that you think, I want to remember this part. And then you can obviously post those and say what was your experience of the masterclass on social media. I'd really appreciate that, especially because I've given this for close to nothing. The least you can do is just speak positively and share your experience. I mean, truthfully, you don't have to say you enjoyed it if you didn't. Just speak truthfully out there of how it was. Was it valuable? Did it add value? And are you excited about starting to build your brand? So understand what are your strengths, and we're not going to build a brand on weaknesses. We want to build on positive sides. What are your gifts, talents, your qualities, your vision? Remember, what are you trying to achieve? Your dreams and your desires, your mission and your goals, right? What else are we going to put on your packaging? We're going to package your brand purpose. Brand purpose, 3 Ps. You can find or get to your brand purpose through your passions, through your pain, or through your praises. The references that the people are writing about your business, you can build a brand around that because then they're telling you what you're good at. And then your pain could also be converted to the positive side of it where you're helping others then navigate through the pain and get to the other side because you broke through the pain to the other side. So your pain can give birth to your purpose as well. And then your passions, easy. What is it that you just get stuck into and you will not want to be distracted from? Even on lockdown, here I am inspiring, teaching. I love it. I don't have to be paid. I don't have to be pushed. I don't have to be threatened by anybody. I just love it because it's my passion. I love to nurture growth. It's what I do. I develop people. So services, understand what are the services that you're going to put into your brand? What are your expertise that you have that you can share with others and people can pay for? What are your experiences? So what have you experienced in life? If you want to package a travel blog and package a travel experience where you take people through the planning, travel for a small budget, you know, I mean, there's like people who offer those services. How do you travel to the East or to Europe or wherever around the world with a minimal budget? And they have like mastered the ways of literally pinching the penny and making sure that it stretches, the money stretches, and you still have the best experience in the world. So you love traveling. Those are the experiences. Somebody said to me, why pay for your bags at a 5-star in the East? If you go to Bali, why are you paying on a 5-star? Pay on a 3-star and explore. Really, because you're paying for your bags, you're here to experience everything about Bali. So why are you paying a 5-star rate? You know, it's just because you want to post on Instagram that it was a 5-star. I'd rather create experiences and post the experiences than a hotel room, right? That's other people's, experiences. That's other people's choices. I still want my 5-star experience. I want fine things in life, guys. So what are your qualifications? What are your awards and your accolades? Things that you've been awarded for. You need to think about them and say, what about this award? What is it that they saw? What was the value that they saw that they actually said, incredible work, she's brilliant at this? How can you then convert that into a brand that you can offer? What are going to be the ways that you offer that brand? And we'll talk about it much later in this. So let's package all of that. Last part in packaging is the image. How is it going to look like, guys? Okay, so you decide every day. I could have shown up here yesterday. I decided I want to be an African queen. I want to wear Bloom Inside Out t-shirts, right? I wanted to just wear my brand yesterday. But today I thought, no, it's actually not live today. It's not a live interview on Instagram. I don't want to be casual. I'm going to dress up as if I am on stage at the ICC, addressing a conference full of women and telling women how to build their brands to drive their growth. And so I dressed up. I put on my jewelry, I put on my watch, I put on lipstick, I put on makeup. The effort, guys, during lockdown, I mean, that's me. So you decide every day, how are you going to show up? How are you going to dress? How are you going to style yourself? How will you wear your hair? How will you show up, right? What shoes are you going to wear? Red bottoms, or are you going to wear other kind of shoes? Are you going to be a suits and sneakers type of girl? Are you going to be a red bottom type of girl? What kind of a leader are you? Are you going to be more practical because you're going to run from surgery back to an operation and this? So you are in golfers, but you're going to be stylish, you know, Burberry, golfer. There you are, looking all good, doc, right? It's up to you how you do this. Your taste and your preferences is your image out there. Your personal brand, you decide how it's going to look. So like Coca-Cola, I made an example. Red and white logo, glass bottle, and it's molded and it's got a black liquid inside. So there's no off days for Coca-Cola. There's no day that Coca-Cola says, oh, today we're going to be looking like Sprite. We're going to be just a see-through drink, sweet and effervescent. No. They don't say, I'm going to be a cream soda. Today I'm going to be green. Stick to the consistency. The consistent quality is what makes a brand a brand. Consistency. Everybody knows. If I asked you now, please want to type the colors of Bloom Inside Out. I just want to check if you know my brand. And I'll have a sip of water. Come on, guys, engage with me. I've been the one who's been chatting. What are the colors of my Bloom Inside Out corporate identity or brand? Purple and white, you nailed it. See? And then I just slowly just thought, you know, I'm going to purple and white. You got it, guys. Purple for wealth. That's right. And you even understand the psychology of color. Guys, you've nailed this. Purple, royalty. Purple, prosperity, wealth. Purple, I mean, we are God's gorgeous girls. I want my girls to feel all royal, right? And the contrast of purple, it had to be a strong purple for me so that it can contrast well with white. White gives clean background. So when I'm communicating and I'm creating things out there on social media, it's like clarity, you can read it and it's legible. Logo. My logo is B-I-O, Bloom Inside Out. The O has got a sign. Who remembers what is the sign on the O of my logo or my icon for my logo for Bloom Inside Out? The plus sign. There you got it. And why do I have the plus sign, guys, on the O? It's a female icon on the O. It stands for femininity and it stands for gender equality, because the underlying mission in prospering women is that women must occupy spaces in leadership, women must occupy spaces in economic viability, and our biggest underlying mission is gender equality, because we as women can thrive and can do it too. And why I have a colleague of mine who's a gentleman here, Ratiba, and I see also I've got a dentist who's got a husband with her. I've been very much about inclusivity. So I'm in a space where I'm reviewing, do I launch Bioman? Do I add that arrow at the top that shows it's an inclusivity space for all of us to thrive? Though my number one purpose drive is gender equality. So I'm in a very interesting space right now. Cool. So your logo. Understand what you want your logo to stand for. Understand what are the signs and signatures and shapes that you're going to put on your logo and your icon, and does it really speak without you saying anything, right? So if I say Bloom Inside Out, bio, the 0 has the bottom cross, and that's for femininity according to obviously sustainable goals, development goals globally. So I've hooked my company as well to the sustainable goals because I wanted to have a bigger global mission in the world. Understand the psychology of colors. If you choose your colors, no, like I said, purple, royalty, purple, wealth. You must choose. Coke decided to go for red, confidence, you know, strong. Coke also stands for strength, very strong in sugar. I mean, it was much later that they decided to soften this whole sugar vibe, right, with Diet Cokes. But I mean, let your colors of psychology, let your color psychology also come into play. So when you're engaging a designer, don't just take the first thing they give you. Ask them, so why did you choose this color? In fact, in your brief, already tell them that I want my entire colors to be like this and this and that. You know, if you're all about joy and vibrancy, go for orange. If you're all about, what other colors can I mention? Like maybe black, you're all about strength and you're all about that confidence. Red is all about confidence as well. So there's a whole, green is about growth, right? Green is about vitality. And that is why Bloom marketing is green with the contrast of a soft gray, right? And that for me was like, I don't know, somehow we loved the contrast of the living green. But I mean, you decide, you know, we wanted it to be about blooming. So blooming is about green. So we want to make sure that we're nurturing fresh vitality, growth, consistency. And that's why we'll never change the color as long as we are called Bloom, right? Fonts as well and tone. For me, I wanted to drive the cues, you know, like subliminal messaging of confidence. I didn't want thin fonts that are like not so sure, like flimsy fonts. I didn't want that. I didn't want it to be about soft. I wanted strong females. I wanted to be about strong femininity and confidence and esteem. So I went for font that is thick, that is bold. And you see in everything that I write, whether I'm tweeting, I'm going about it, I will constantly be saying bloom, bold, bright, and beautiful. So bright, bold, beautiful. I wanted my logo and my CI, which is the corporate identity of my brand, to speak to those subliminal things, and the tone as well. I hope you get it here, guys. So we're going to get to position. Positioning is a mind battle. Like this is the space. In fact, I want to start a totally new section on this one. So positioning is about the battle of the mind. When people think about a service or an industry that you are in, does your brand occupy their mind? Do you have a distinct picture? When people think about women who are empowering other women, who are inspiring other women, does your brand come to mind? So Philip Kotler, for those who've done marketing, he's Marketing 101, the first book you have to buy when you study marketing. It's an act of designing the company or the company's offering or image to occupy a distinct place in the mind of the target market. And that is just as simple as it gets. Do they think about you? Are you top of mind when they think about somebody who offers this thing in this service in this industry? So think about it. When they think about doctors, when they think about dentists, when they think about authors, do you come to mind? When they think about marketing people, when they think about speakers, when they think about photographers, do you come to mind? You know, there's photographers you know by name in Durban, like Nico, you know? There's photographers you know by name, Elsie, you know? LC photography. I mean, LCB photography is brilliant. Like, who comes to mind when you think of a service that you need? When it comes to creative design, who do you think about? When it comes to grocery shopping, who comes to mind for you? Woolworths, or does it ShopRite? And it's because they're offering different things and they are latching onto different people who are valuing stretching the money, stretch the cent, ShopRite, let your money go a long way. And then Woolworths, quality at whatever cost. You go there and you push your trolley and pay 1,500, 2,000 Rand for this food, right? The same food you would have actually pushed the trolley for 800 bucks at Spar and at ShopRite. It just, they're landing different target market and they want to provide a value add. So Woolworths want to provide quality. ShopRite wants to provide value in terms of affordability, and you can still feed your family. So let's start. The 8 essential areas or blocks that you want to look at, you want to screenshot this, guys, so that you keep it and you can interrogate it further in your own time. Competitive environment. Understand your competitive space. Who is the biggest players in the space you're getting into or you're building the brand into, right? And empowering women, Oprah, very inspirational, right? Empowering women, boss babes, a biggest mission, like a biggest, like, brand in the world when it comes to unlocking the power of women in the world, boss babes, right? Think about who's playing in this space. There's a lot of people who are playing in future females. Future females has grown in leaps and bounds, and they're doing incredible work when it comes to equipping women with business skills and tools. So understand who plays in that space, not because you want to copy, but because you want to see benchmarking. You want to see what are they offering and what they are not offering. Perhaps that should be your focus area, right? You don't want to be badging and like copy paste. You want to present it in the way that you want to. So if future females is saying, let's get people and experts to share with you around the world how to do this, right? Or no, I think they equip more on how to build your brand on a digital space or platform. My starting space was having served in Businesswomen Association for 10 years, having served at the Devon Chamber of Business and Commerce for 2 years. I realized we inspire in those organizations, but we did not share the how-to. We did not share the strategies. We had people come and inspire women to keep going, right? Because they share their successes. But I go home and I go, but I don't know how to build my brand. I don't know how to drive my business development strategy. I don't know where to start to actually have a business development strategy. I don't know how to do advertising. I don't know how to speak about my brand when you say I must come speak about my brand. The how-to was a complete open space and white space for me when I established Bloom Inside Out. And I said, I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to offer the how-to. I'm going to offer the coaching where I can hold your hand and walk with you. You do the work, I guide you, I show you, I recraft it for you, but you do the groundwork, and I'm still there as your accountability partner. I'm there as your strategist and advisor. I'm there as your inspiration as well, right? I keep inspiring you on a daily basis to carry on and do what you're here to do. So understand the competitive environment, what's working, what's not working in that industry. And then understand your target market. Who's going to be your target audience? Who are you offering this service to? Who are you packaging this brand for? And if you're not clear on that, you will not find your people. It's about this. Like, so if you know that your people are online and they use a lot of Instagram, you will go there and engage them on Instagram so that they can then come to a Zoom call like this. But if your target people are teachers and maybe nurses, and they're never online, they're not on Instagram, you want to then target them at the health conferences, at their own chapter meetings, at their own monthly meetings, where you ask and request a few minutes to come and introduce your service to help them, right? So if you don't know who you're targeting, how are you going to follow them? You know, in the corporate world, we used to go talk about the day, like the clock. What does it look like? What does the day look like for your target audience? What are they doing in the morning? What are they doing after they drop the kids at school? Where are they going to work or home? Are they stay-home moms? What do they need at that time? As soon as the kids are out of the house, the husband is out of the house, they need to be inspired. Maybe at that time in the morning, they start with cleaning. Inspiration is only in the afternoon for them in terms of they're sewing, they're knitting, they are doing all kinds of things with their hands that makes them feel like they've got a purpose, and they're selling ironing boards, they're selling ironing board covers, they're selling aprons, they're making all kinds of things. They may even have 6 other mothers come together, they make chandeliers with women who probably are abused, and they're sitting in a home. So they go into an afternoon home and they create these beautiful chandeliers. There's a brand like that in Durban. Brilliant. And it sells globally, online, on their website and everything. So understand your market. What are they doing at lunchtime? You know, and Woolworths was like, oh, we must make sure we actually package a salad this small for lunchtime, grab and go. Because in the evening, they'll buy the bigger salad because I have to serve the family. Understand your target market so that your offering can be tailored to your target market, right? Insights. This is the mine for your brand building. This is the mine that you need to go deep and dig and find the golden nuggets, the truths that are undisputed, that cannot be disputed about this market and about this industry. Truth is, yesterday, I'll give you the example of yesterday's live. So Beauty Revolution, the truth is, there is so much stereotype around beauty. Not just in South Africa, the whole of Africa, probably it's rife in Africa, but around the world. You are not beautiful if you're dark. You're not beautiful if you're too light and you look like you don't have blood flowing through your body stream, right? Too pale. You are more beautiful if you're slim. You are more beautiful if your hair is straight, or if you have an afro and you've got short hair. So many stereotypes about beauty. And when I launched Makeup Mob, my other business, I actually launched a beauty inside out talk and conversations because I wanted to arrive at understanding the insights that are stirring up everyone to wear makeup or not wear makeup before I could launch Makeup Mob. So you've got to understand the insights. What are the drivers, you know? So in understanding that the stereotypes and pressure when it comes to beauty, Beauty Revolution was about pleasure. So creating pleasure and fun and engage a lighter space where you play with colors of makeup. You put the red lipstick when you want to be bold. You want to put a colorful bright blue on your eyes because you want to feel bold and bright. So they understood that. They also understood that representation is a very important thing globally right now. We want to see ourselves when you talk about beauty brands. We want to see ourselves when you're selling makeup. We want to see shades of makeup and shades of lipsticks. I don't want to wear a lipstick and look like I'm hungry. No, I don't want that hungry look. I want to look like I've got, I'm healthy and I'm excited, and I want to make sure that I'm blushing in a nice warm way, not in a way that makes me look like I'm a ghost, like I was resurrected from the grave. No, guys. So they understood that representation is key. And they created a beauty platform, the biggest, boldest platform of beauty in Africa, that anybody can feel confident, anybody can feel welcome, anybody can be themselves and be authentically themselves, whether you've got an afro, whether you've got a nose piercing, whether you're a man who wears makeup, you're gay, you're transgender, and that was powerful. Get your insights, get the truth. Do polls on Twitter, do polls on Instagram, do research, consumer immersion, invite your friends to understand, does it feel like this lotion is smooth? Is it dry afterwards, or does it actually moisturize you? Understand the insights. What are people looking for? What are the true problems that you are looking to solve in that industry? If you don't start there, you will never be able to drive a successful brand. A brand needs to meet people's needs. People are looking for a meaning out there. So we want to give them a purpose-driven brand as well. People are like, COVID has reminded people to be themselves. COVID has reminded people to be authentically back to basics. What is most important in life? So if your brand doesn't stand for core purpose values that are important about life, it's not going to fly during this time, because people are looking for real value. They're looking for real meaning. They're looking for things that are not superficial, because why must I waste my money on superficial things? Why must I waste my time and my resources on things that are not going to propel me forward when it's so difficult to thrive with COVID-19? Get your insights. Be insightful in creating your brand. So understand the challenges that people want to solve. Understand the problems, the pains that people are going through, and give them solutions through your brand. And then they will then enjoy the benefits. They'll enjoy that it is inspiring. They'll enjoy that it is purposeful. They'll enjoy that it is vision driven. They'll enjoy that it is tasteful if it's something to eat. They'll enjoy that I can have different flavors of these lipstick, right? They'll enjoy the diversity and the benefits of feeling like they are represented. They see themselves in your brand because you've got everybody taken care of, depending on what your brand benefits are, right? The next section is on values and personality. We spoke a lot about this earlier on when I alluded to how important it is to have your clarity of personality, clarity of your values. What do you stand for? Is your brand educational? Is your brand inspiring? Is your brand solving problems? Is your brand uniting? Mandela's brand was uniting. Madiba brand was all about peace and unity, right? Equality, and people feel like we belong. This is our land and our country, we belong. What does your brand stand for in terms of those values? What are the values that you want to drive going forward, right? So the reasons to believe are very much what compels the people to say, and I think this is an area as well where people worry and they say, but what will they say makes me an expert in this, you know? So if I wasn't a marketeer, could I be teaching people about brands when I don't have a marketing background? You know, so my reason to believe is that I am an experienced marketeer for 8 years within a corporate industry of the biggest global company. I have built brands for companies, and I have driven brand growth for companies through Bloom Marketing for 16 years. So that's my credibility. That's my reasons to believe. But also my reason to believe hinges on everybody has value to add. Everybody has purpose in this world. Nobody was born without a gift. Everybody has something to offer this world that they are best and they're good at, right? So what is your reason to believe? It could be your awards, it could be your accolades, it could be your qualifications, it could be an experience. So don't get me wrong in saying only expertise, degree, accolades, awards. It could be an experience, a mere experience. On Monday, we featured a lady who's set up a foundation for premature babies and mothers to support them. Why? Because 2 years into her daughter thriving as a prem, because she experienced something that 1 in 5 women experience in the world in terms of a womb rupturing before the full term of the baby, then the experience she went through, for her, it was painful. For her, it was traumatic. For her, it was mentally disturbing. It was like just, she needed psychologists, she needed obstetricians, she needed all kinds of medical support. Now she had medical aid. And then she started thinking about those who don't have. How do they deal with premature birth? And how do they thrive? And her organization, we worked with her for 6 months last year, and we launched Mashohono Tobile Foundation. It actually launched in the hospital where she delivered the baby. The hospital director gave her time and resources, met and matched her resources to launch this foundation during the World Premature Day, 17th of November. She had an experience which she used as a reason for people to believe is that she's a prem mom who has thrived, and she knows what kind of support prem mothers need. I'm actually coaching another lady who's launching blended families platform, because she's in a blended family on all sides of her family, what she's gone through, what she's experienced, and we are crafting such beautiful content with her. And we're about to look into how do we brand it? How do we create a logo around it that will make every blended family, whether it's race blended family, culture blended family, ex-wife marrying someone else, and they have kids together, all kinds of blended family. And so you've got to have your reason to believe very clear. What is your reason to believe? Is it an experience? Is it a bad experience where you ate horrible food at a restaurant, you paid very well, and you're like, I can cook better than this. I can serve people better than this. I'm establishing a restaurant chain. Des Baked, she established an entire bakery for the love of pastry, and she's thriving. And her reason to believe is around there. Love for food, love for like celebration food that is around pastry. So Des is her name, and she's baking, love of baking. So what is going to be your discrimination? Or discriminator, sorry guys. What's going to be your discriminator? I'm seeing 3 questions. Guys, pop the questions. We're about to get to the end of it. Your discriminator is what sets you apart. What makes you unique to everyone else? And so I know that your purpose is unique, like I said, to your fingerprints. Starting point. Your personality, the way you bring it to the people, the way you deliver it will set you apart. It could also be certain attributes and certain qualities of your product. So we say this product will give you a quarter moisturizing benefit and value. There's no soap that does that. Most soaps will strip your moisture, but Dove decided to be like a totally different soap. Cleans you, still will give you then the moisturizer, quarter moisturizer in your soap. No soap has done that before. So don't also be shy in doing things that have never been done before. That sets you apart. What are the qualities you're going to put? What are the different cues and things you're going to put in your brand to make yours different, right? And I decided to obviously make mine all about blooming. Instead of saying, I drive growth, I wanted to also create what you call like a brand architecture for taking the brand equity of Bloom Marketing, 16 years in the market, and at the back end of that success, create something that will make me stand apart and different, in that it is about blooming from within out. So I care about the person who's founded the business. I care about the person who's founded the brand. I want to make sure that your personal brand and the one who pulls the vision is just as confident, and a personal brand is just as strong. And there's nothing in the world that you can build from outside in. It all starts inside, guys. It's an inward journey to make sure we impact the world out there. So for me, that discriminates. It discriminates, and it shows exactly how unique and different is my approach to personal growth and business growth and brand growth. Your essence is the exciting part, and I'm going to give you something to do now because I've been talking for a long time. And your essence is basically that one line: unlock your power to prosper, unlock and unleash the power of women to prosper. So for me, that was that one line that sums up what your brand stands for, what you're about. And I'd love us to do an exercise around that. Okay, cool. I'm just going to pause for a moment. Unmute. And we are back. So this is an example of someone who said, I'm going to create a blog. That's my brand. I'm going to create a blog, and there's so many blogs out there, but she was very clear to say, my blog is about positivity. My blog is going to be provocative. So I'm going to jab at you a little bit. My blog is about practical things and practical solutions in life. So she's going to talk to you about how you braid yourself, how you can quickly undo your braids, how you make sure you detangle your hair maybe, but I don't know, whatever, practicalities and practical solutions in life. And then she said her brand is going to be soulful, and it's going to share soulful wisdom out there. So what I'd like you to do with me is start. I mean, guys, it's not going to be perfect one shot, and you might want to engage with me, consult later to fine tune it. But what do you stand for? What do you want people to know you for? What will be that positioning be about? So type of examples of positioning statements I'm going to share with you. Let me share it afterwards, maybe. Actually, let me share it now, and then I'll give you the exercise for you to do. So Apple brand says, we are for the individuals who want the best personal computers and mobile devices in the world. Target market. And our brand name is Apple. brand. So Apple is the leader in the technology industry. That's the category, that's the sector, that's the industry they play in. That delivers the most innovative products. That's their point of difference. That's their uniqueness. So they can enjoy seamless experience across all Apple devices and be empowered. That's the end benefit of us buying these Apple laptops and Apple phones that are like 20 grand, right? And these laptops that are 45 grand, and we carry on buy everything that they innovate. And with breakthrough service, you're empowered with breakthrough service. And then they said, because Apple takes an innovative approach to business, that's the reason to believe. They've always put innovation in front of everything that they do. So, and then the best practices. So Apple takes an innovative approach to business best practices, considering the impact our products have on customers and the planet. So they want to talk about, obviously, the reason to believe sustainable innovations. That's Apple. The second one is Coca-Cola. They said, for individuals who are looking for high quality drinks, Coke is a wide range of most refreshing beverages. So you're going to get refreshment that delivers happiness unlike other beverage options. So the point of difference, that fizziness gives you that happiness, right? So that you can enjoy a Coca-Cola drink and make a positive difference in the lives of people and benefits. They want to make sure you open up happiness, you open up joy. Who doesn't want joy and happiness? Positive impact in people's lives, positive difference in people's lives. Because the brand is intensely focused on the needs of customers, that's their reasons to believe. People need to quench thirst. People need an accompanying drink for their food. And it's not always that you can have food with with alcohol. So maybe in the evening you can enjoy wine, but they want to accompany your food at any other time other than maybe during work hours where you can't take alcohol. This is the time that Coke wants to get in. Right, so I've given you an example. So now it's your time to do yours, and I will take a sip of water and we'll come back. If you feel confident about sharing what you wrote, you can type it, guys. I'm gonna give ourselves maybe 2 minutes to do this. So it's 1 minute 22 into our webinar. So I'm gonna try mine. For people who want to bloom, for people who want to, who know that there's more where they came from, for people who want to continuously grow, that's my target market. Bloom inside out is the category, capacity building, right? Growth nurturing, consultancy, that is the point of difference. That journeys with you inside out. That's my point of difference. Inside out, because a lot of people can look to do your personal growth and they can look to do your business growth, but they don't care about your purpose. They don't care about your vision. They don't care about who you are. I would like the person who is the core of the brand to be in the brand so that they can, the end benefit, so that they can prosper, so that they can flourish, so that they can be successful in life. Because my reason to believe, everyone was born to bloom. I'm done. 2 minutes is over, guys. So if you want to share it, please go ahead and share it. And if you want me to repeat the Bloom Inside Out one as an example, tell me. I will repeat it. So we move on, and I'm not seeing comments. Let me see if there are comments on the chat box. If you're really feeling confident to share your positioning statement, please do go ahead and just type it. And then if you want to screenshot this part, it's available online as well. Want to screenshot the template for positioning so that you can get it, screenshot it, and then practice, share it with me, maybe to shoot holes into it, to rephrase it. I know when we do the workshops with clients, we say it in different ways until we find the best and the most compelling way to say it, okay? So that's it on that. When you know you've nailed your positioning, it must be relevant. People are constantly looking to grow. Your positioning must be relevant. People don't want to be stagnant. People want to prosper in life. People want a better tomorrow. So this is the relevance that I'm writing as Bloom Inside Out. People want people want clarity. They don't want to be confused. So what is Bloom Inside Out about? It's about growth. It's about nurturing your personal, your business, and your brand growth. It's about unlocking the latent power and potential for you to prosper. Make it unique. I had to craft something that I'd never read before. So I had to find ways to structure it and word it in a way that makes it very unique. What sets it apart is inside out. We unlock your power inside out. Make it desirable. Who doesn't want to prosper? Who doesn't want to be successful? People want to grow. People want to bloom. People want to flourish. Make it deliverable. I am able to back it up. Make sure that what you promise in your brand positioning and your brand promise, you can deliver. Don't say to people you're going to grow and they're not going to grow. You want to share stories of people saying, I am more confident right now. I met someone who said, what's changed about you? The way you speak about your company and your brand, the way you speak about yourself and your goals and your vision. And one lady who's here, Zama, gave that feedback to a lady that I was coaching, Mushala, who launched the MTF Foundation. And Zama could see someone that she didn't know, like close and personal. She was like, I for a second thought you were a different person because the first time we met, this is not the Mushala that I met. What happened? Deliver on the promise. Make it recognizable as well. Remember, I asked you guys something simple. What are the colors of Bloom Inside Out? You could remember it. What is the icon of Bloom Inside Out? It stands for that femininity, for royalty and growth and prosperity. And so this is how you're going to obviously check, check yourself. Last way to check yourself is, what do the customer want? What does the customer want? What can I deliver better and differently than the people who are currently within the industry that I'm in? So don't copy your competitors. Look to better, look to be different. And then what is the reason they buy it? What is the compelling reason they buy it? The big compelling why, the purpose behind them buying it. And that will be your best positioning. So the last P, and this one is going to be fast. You know why? Because tomorrow we are talking about profiling and launching once you've built your brand. And we are launching on LinkedIn because we've got LinkedIn. And then we're going to continue profiling again on Friday with creating the campaigns online that connects your Facebook and your Instagram and your e-commerce with the best service providers for Shopify e-commerce platform in South Africa, TDMC. Don't miss out, guys. It's free, it's on live, and this is my value add to you. So on profiling yourself, this is the time when you've built your brand and you're clear on your positioning and you're clear on your messaging. So your messaging comes from your positioning. When you know what you're about, what you stand for, every time you share something on social media, you're going to hook it back to that positioning. So people know you stand for prosperity, for growth, you stand for success, you stand for unlocking their power and their potential, unlocking that confidence, you stand for making sure that they're able to unleash who they are into this world. So you've got clarity of what you're here to serve. You've got clarity of what is your mission. Remember the beauty revolution? The mission was to find a space that allows for representation, that humanizes beauty, that fights stereotypes. What is your mission in this world? Target market, who's the audience? And then yesterday we also shared that if you are driving your brand growth from a point of purpose, you will understand that what you're building is not for you. The purpose you don't own, the purpose you serve. So what are you serving people? And the people you're serving, they own this platform. They own this brand. They actually talk about it like it's their own. And you want them to speak positively about it. So not even target audience, target community. Image, what do you want it to look like? Then your story. Tell a story. Tell the story of your experience. Tell the story of your expertise and how it delivers benefits, how it impacts others positively. What are the benefits? What is the story behind your brand? Create that story. Who is it for? Why are you got it established? What are you offering? Where do you offer it? When do you offer it? How do you offer it? Why? The big thing being the why. Create a story that is compelling out there. And then create a personal brand that you are proud to look at as well. The image is everything. So if it's a personal brand, guys, make sure you invest in a photography, you invest in a professional photographer, videography, and. So take time to craft the brand. Make sure that you've got images. When somebody says, would like to book you to speak because you are now a speaker, TEDx speaker in conferences, make sure you've got professional images, not images that are questionable. So go on that shoot. Own your brand team. Yesterday, Beauty Revolution said you need a team of experts around you. You might start with yourself being your own PR guru, your own makeup artist, your own stylist in terms of how you dress, your own media, like photographer in terms of maybe my son, While we are on lockdown, my son is my photographer and videographer, guys. If you go on Bloom Inside Out, you will see my videos are home shot, and I'm standing in the garden and my son is sitting on a chair taking pictures and videos for me. You want to be your own social media manager, you might start there. And I say start there because you want to just have an idea. But if you want to say, I don't want to mess it up, I want to be clear how to go about it, you can engage my team, you can engage me on the coaching rates, not the rates of marketing agency, which is why this is the value add, in a way that we can work with you on the entire brand team that needs to launch your brand. And then obviously why you might need a team like ours. Strategy development might not come easy for you. Communication and planning your communication plan might not be easy for you. Doing research, top line research. I mean, you can start with desktop research. You can use the polls on social media to really ask. You can ask your friends, your husband, you can ask your colleagues, your family, what do you guys think I'm good at? What do you guys really enjoy about my company? When you spend time with me, because you're always around me, what is it that you love about what I do? And they'll tell you. You are a glass half full, girl. You inspire us. We love it. We leave you feeling positive and all kinds. So ask, do your research, and then let the agency also do some research for you. Launch plan, launch timings. How will you launch? Will it be a soft launch? Will it be a out there launch? Will it be digital launch? You know, how will you market on an ongoing basis? How will you pitch? How do you create a pitch deck to engage your suppliers, to engage your sponsors, to engage partners, to engage people you want to collaborate with, to engage media partners? You know, where will you publish this? You know, will you do a blog? Will you do a newsletter for your dental company? Will you, you know, how will you then activate promotions? When you do promotions for Ilovo, and we did it recently, authentically, culturally, in touch with our people, you can use Ilovo on Amagwinya. We got our mamas and all these Amagwinya vendors to actually allow us to activate Ilovo with Amagwinya guys. Via like Nandi. We created that activation for them because they've been hearing people saying, just like you use it on pancakes, just like you use it on fraps or whatever, what do you call them? Waffles, just like you use them on all the other that the other kind eat, you can also use it on Amagwinya, and people were using it already, but Ilovo didn't know. So we wanted to activate and hear more about it from people. You know, shoot yourself. You can use your phone. You can use a GoPro. If it's like action like swimming, use a GoPro. But also, you can go pro, as in go professional, by getting an agency to back you up. You can collaborate. You can then broadcast, decide where you're going to broadcast and share your intellectual property or your expertise. So all of this may be a lot for you. And if you need a partner, somebody to journey with you, our agency is there for that. Bloom Marketing, Bloom Infinite, and then coaching through Bloom Inside Out. One last thing I'd like to say, building your brand is an infinite journey. Remember when I opened the masterclass, I was very clear that in building your brand, you don't do it in one day. You don't do one thing. You don't just put a logo there and your brand is built. It's a journey and there's no arrival. If it was a journey like that is finite, a journey that ends, Coca-Cola wouldn't be advertising, right? Flora wouldn't be advertising. Vodacom wouldn't be advertising. A journey of brand building is an infinite journey. It's like while you're alive, you're going to carry on just driving it. And so it's an infinite journey. Be in the know what's happening. Right now with lockdown, you want to research, find papers that are being published on LinkedIn and globally online. What are industries that are within the industry you're playing within? What are they doing to pivot around this time? What are they doing to make sure that they can propel themselves and leapfrog post-COVID-19 lockdown? Find out what's happening. Be in the know, be inquisitive, read, explore and discover. You might just find a new idea, something that is going to be launched during lockdown, and it might take your business far ahead of competitors because you woke up to it now during the lockdown. So explore, discover, try things, spend time just brainstorming with friends or a partner or a business partner. And then choose your destination, you know, have a clear vision. Be very clear where you are going so that every day that vision can pull you. Like the Bible says, those who have a vision, they never perish, but it makes you run. So build credibility every day. Find platforms where you can speak. Find platforms where you can write. You can be a contributor on other people's platforms. You can be a guest in someone else who does something that is related to what you do. So right now, I've got an architect firm that we are working with at Bloom Marketing. They do interior design as well. So every time they're doing a restaurant and they're doing interior, or they're building someone a home and they're going to do interior, they need somebody who builds or who makes furniture. So I've linked them up with a client of ours as well, home artist, who make lampshades, who make cushions, who make, so those are soft decor items. And then I've also linked them up with a client of ours also who makes furniture in Phoenix. And I wanted to just like say, this is the time for you to find people to collaborate with and build around this time online and digitally. Be authentic in everything that you do and own your brand. So in closing, what you choose or you don't choose will define you, will shape you, will determine who you are out there, will determine your world and determine your life. And in building your brand, you want to make sure that you choose right, and you want to make sure you are clear on your preferences and your choices for your brand, and you want to make sure you incorporate who you are as a person, your authenticity and the true person that you are in it. And that will also define and shape who you become in this world and in this life. I love the way Emma Watson puts it in closing: own your brand narrative. She says, I don't want other people to decide who I am. I don't want to decide, I want to decide that for myself. I say, I don't want people to tell others about my story. I want to own my story, and I want to tell my story every day. Here's to building your stories and sharing your stories with everyone in the world. So thank you so much for joining me for this webinar, and I hope it was valuable for your brand building. I really appreciate your feedback. And if you want to, please just click and take screenshots. I will open my face back to away from the session and the presentation slides, so that you can obviously take a screenshot when I'm answering your questions, and you can share that on your social media pages, and just give us a little bit of love, give us a little bit of spread the news of what we are doing. We really want a lot of people to really bloom and blossom inside out, flourish and prosper, be successful in everything that they do. So share your feedback and tag us, please. And then on my offering, I also have one-on-one coaching. So if you want me to journey with you and really be like today, I really had an amazing coaching session with another lady, Zama, the one who's launching the blended family company. It was amazing. And you do want to have someone who gives you an outer perspective, a broader perspective, and a view that is not limited by your ego or your fears or the experiences that you've gone through. So from me to you, I'm here to unlock your power to prosper. Connect at Knox Bloom, connect at Bloom Inside Out, Twitter, Instagram. I'm also on LinkedIn, YouTube channel, and everywhere else possible to be. So now let's look to your questions. All right, I'm going to, and then I've got comments as well. Let me start with comments. On the chat side, thank you, Knox. What an informative session. Thank you so much, Knox. Thank you so much. This has been some very valuable information, powerful. After supper, we'll digest this and feedback. Thank you, Knox. I logged in late, but what I got was very insightful. Will you have another session like this anytime soon? Thank you so much. While we're on lockdown, I might just continue to offer these value adds. I might decide to offer it again, but we'll see. The president has an announcement, I think, on Thursday, so we'll take it from there. The first question we have is, how can I simultaneously build my corporate brand and my business brand, which are unrelated goal? A goal is to reach top on both. So I understand. So Kanyisa, you have your own corporate brand and you want to build your business brand. This question has been asked a lot in my brand building webinars and talks as well, in conferences. So there's no rule that says build your brand personally and then build your business brand, or build your business brand and then your personal brand after that. What I've always said is, what is currently strong currently now? Which one has got the strongest equity even before you actively build on it? So if your name and you're well known out there, maybe academically you're known, you've got a following, you've got people that you've studied with in the academic, the health industry space, that will automatically know your qualities, what you stand for, your values. You can launch something that you can then launch to them, because they totally understand, they know you, they can vouch for your quality, they can refer you. So you can start there, right? And if you, and then when you start there, I always say, use your everyday business space in sharing what you know. You can be a speaker, you can be a blogger, you can be an author, you can write a book about it. And that book can be the one that actually drives your personal brand. That speaking career also can build your personal brand. So there's no hard and fast rule to say build this one first and not that one. I always say ride the experience and ride the one that's got a bigger equity, a greater equity. So for me, building Bloom Marketing's brand was easier coming from a corporate space where I had worked for 8 years within Unilever, and I could launch back into Unilever as an agency. And I got my first client as Unilever because they knew who I am, they knew my way of work, they knew my qualities, they knew my quality of work. And my colleagues were the ones who then like literally said, we will work with you. We totally get what you stand for. We want to understand that our brands need to engage with our consumers in a more diverse, in a way that shows our consumers that we understand them, because I just didn't understand how certain agencies were doing work with brands they didn't understand. So I wanted to be the brand that actually steps into the mass market and to the Black consumer, and that has continued to evolve to other things. I hope I have responded well to that for you, Kanyisa. So Nomonde Knox, if you are a conduit of if you're a conduit of many businesses and are diverse, how do you package yourself? That's a very, very good question to ask, Nomonde. So I'm helping the lady that I'm helping even now. She, before we started coaching, had a business that was doing career coaching or career education for youth in townships. She was doing family vision boards for families, and she was doing arts and culture related things in terms of activities. And what I helped her with was, what is the common thread in everything that she's doing? She's been obviously the common thread. And for me, the best way, coming from my understanding of building brands, was she can hang all of these other businesses in one platform that is blended families, right? So it's blended families, you find that other parents, I'm so sorry to use this example, Zama, you'd find that parents are battling to understand their children, then they cannot obviously help their children with their career choices because there's adopted children. You'd find that they also don't have a way of getting to know the adopted children. So her craft and activities that happen around blended families, she can offer that in her workshops. And also that she was doing a lot of other businesses that could actually create this healthy blended family space and nurturing the blended families. So we would have to think about it and find, and then like brainstorm what we usually do with clients, this whole workshop, positioning workshop. My rates are slightly less for smaller businesses, so you can engage us and we can really do a whole think tank and unpack everything and see what, if there's no common thread to all your businesses right now that you can hang everything onto. And if there isn't, we will tell you, because you can still do a brand architecture where there's a mother brand that then gives birth to, like Dove lotion, Dove soap, Dove everything, and like Lux, Lux lotion, Lux bath, and Lux, all sorts of things that they've done. So where you have a mother brand and you've got sub brands within that can obviously feed from the main mother brand values in terms of what Lux stands for or Dove stands for. Hope I also answered that well. I started my consulting business in 2017, and initially as a small business. It was about being impactful and generating revenue. How do I pause and make sure my vision ties up with my personality and what I offer? You don't have to pause, Nongululego. You literally have to engage us on your business and personal coaching, and we will make sure that we unlock and clarity and give you that clarity of your vision, and then make sure that that is activated in your business pursuits as well. Not difficult to do. I've done it for a few ladies as well. Okay, so Nomalanga says, how do you go about working with Bloom to perfect your brand? You can inbox me on Instagram. You can email me or inbox from Bloom Marketing Instagram page. You can email us info@bloommarketing.co.za. But if you want coaching, you're going to just go into bloominsideout.co.za. Where's the sign up button? I love it, Kaisa. That's not a question. You took off the purpose statement too quickly. Oh, look at you. Okay. So call me after this and we'll chat about it. No more, so that I don't extend the webinar beyond 1.5 hours, which we have over exceeded. Lovely session. Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies. Really appreciate the time you've spent with me today. Really appreciate also that you've decided to invest time, because time is money. Even if this was 100 rands per person, time is money, so that you can propel further and leapfrog post COVID-19. And I wish you all the best in your brand building exercises. Don't forget, live 4 o'clock Thursday, live 4 o'clock Friday. And these ladies that are experts, they're not just guests, they're experts in their space in building your brand in the digital spaces. All the best. Take care. I see the still flashing chats, guys. Thank you, Knox, for this. We appreciate it. We appreciate you and your work. Thank you so much, Zama. Thank you so much. Please do offer more. I will engage with you, Nomalanga. If you have a group of ladies who want to come on board, as long as there's 10 ladies, I can create another webinar for you specifically on the side. Take care and have a good evening. Bye.
You done, right?